Hello everyone and welcome to another YachtWay Spotlight. Well, usually we take you on a full, thorough walkthrough of a vessel that is already being built. Today, I am going to take you behind the scenes of a brand new brand that is about to take life. It's named Manari Yachts. What I do like is how they have done this design element over here, and nice curved angles here. So this is now I should have said it earlier, okay. So the whole production starts from here. First thing, obviously what you need to do is lay the hull. Now, Manari actually already has the first hull for the 52-footer already made. They're already making a second one. They've already sold the first one. Second one is about to be sold. So we're able to show you the whole build process from beginning to kind of midway through. Once the boat is now designed, the first thing obviously you need is the hull itself. So for that, you see the mold over here. Into the mold is where they're laying the fiberglass pieces. Those are being vacuum infused with the resin. Let it cure, let it come out, and pop the mold out. And voila, now you're left with an actual hull that you can start filling with interior parts. Now that the hull itself has been pulled from the plug itself, you can see the sharp bow line that this boat will have. And also, you can see how nice it'll pierce through the waves themselves. And also, what I do like is how they have done this design element over here, which is actually what's going to act as an anchor latch. So you're asking, how is the anchor going to come out? Well, actually, it has an arm that is stored inside, and it just folds out. So whenever it's not in use, everything is hidden. This whole area is enclosed, so it gives you this very nice, clean look to the boat. We start heading towards the aft of the boat now, but I do want to point out that it will have super large windows over here. So if you look at it, they're almost 2 feet high. So once you're in the cabin, you can only imagine how much natural light that you have that bounces in and making the whole interior of the boat feel super open. As we keep walking, right in the dead center midship is where you have actually side boarding doors. So you have one on either side. So if you do have a high dock or if you jump into a bigger boat, whatever you do, this is a great way to access the boat. All the way in the aft part of the boat now, first off, this boat will be powered by twin IPS 800 D8 engines. So the power is obviously all the way at the bottom over here. But what I do like about this aft part is dead center is where you have a large swim platform, hydraulic, so it goes all the way down. But I do want to point out the nice design element that wraps around the aft swim platform and nice curved angles here. You can see also this design element at the top. Also what's neat is the teak itself runs all the way to the bottom part over here. So it gives you this very nice super yacht-like finish. And talking about super yacht, if you want to extend the whole on-water experience and make the boat even larger, it will have actually side terraces. And both sides, they fold down, making the boat even larger on deck.
Looking at yachts on YachtWay? You can now apply for financing right from the listing page. It's called Easy Fund. No middlemen, no hassle. Just fast approvals with trusted lenders. Find your perfect yacht and finance it on YachtWay.com.
Taking the stairs up now to the aft deck. First off, this is where the swim platform would be now. So I would say that it's about 6 feet wide once it's going to be done. This is going to be obviously where your sunbed is going to be at, but I do want to point out this area here. you can see the void here. They're actually utilizing this space to keep as a storage. So whatever lines or anything that you may want to have a quick access to, this is a perfect place to do that. Now, keep walking over here. Try to be careful not to fall into the void here, but I do want to point out the large engine room that you have. First off, all the way in the aft is where you have obviously your pods. So all the engine room lovers, we are starting off from the engine right from the get-go. So pods here, you have two engines, IPS 800s like I mentioned. One is going to be mounted here, one is going to be mounted here, and right here is where you're going to have your collar generator. Everything should be quite relatively easy to walk around. Plus, also you have a stabilizer in a dead center towards the midship, which makes the boat super stable once it is on the water. Now the bulkhead between the engine room, which is this one over here, this wall called the bulkhead, is now between engine room and the guest cabin aft. You have an entrance to the engine room from here, and that's not the only one, by the way. You will also have one entrance at the top, right by the galley. Additionally, you have an access also right underneath the aft sunbed. So you have three entrances or three ways to get to the engine room, which is quite unusual actually. But once you are over here, all the way in the back is where you have now two twin beds, one on either side. There's about 2 meters long, so plenty of space to lounge around that. And you also have obviously a corridor or a walk path right in the dead center with a cabinetry right next to the bed as well. Stepping now in, this is where this boat is going to be very unique compared to anything that you really see on the market. Like I said, this is a 52-footer. Even though there's nothing here, try to imagine. We put some renderings on the screen as well. By the way, we're the first people ever to be able to step on board of this boat other than the people who are building it. But the stairs come down right from here, from the top deck now, which is being finished right next to the bottom part of the hull. Once you take the stairs down, which is where this boat gets very unique. This on the starboard side is where you have now your lounge area. You have a seating area here. Right across from that is where you have a little bar nook. So here is where you will have a coffee machine, little storage right below that, and a TV mounted on the wall itself. So now you're lounging over here, watch a TV, fantastic. Right next to the TV now is where you have an access to the head. You walk in, you're being greeted with a large sink with a mirror right above that, and you do have a toilet right on your right hand side, as well as shower, which would be here. Voila, so you stand up shower, take a rain shower, whatever you like. And all the way forward is where you have an owner's cabin. You step inside. I do want to point out that this is more or less what the height of this room is going to be, or the entryway to the room. They're saying it's about 2 meters. I'm 186, 185, 6'1" for the Americans. Plenty of space. Once you step inside, you will be basically right in front of the owner's bed. And obviously this is going to be, I heard a little bit changed over here, so they're going to push that. There's going to be mirrors over here. We'll put some rendering so you would see exactly what it looks like. But the main point of it is you have a 52-foot boat with 2 cabins plus a lounge area. That is unique. Now goes the deck side. The part that you would be walking on outside is flipped upside down, so we won't be able to show you that. But what we can show you is the upside down hardtop. So if you're thinking, how much shade or how much coverage do I have on the boat once you are outside, then this is the hardtop. And once again, if I reach my hands out, I cannot reach to the end of the hardtop. So these are actually the columns of the hardtop. This is, by the way, the mold for the fiberglass that they're going to put over it. But you have a full beam hardtop, glass that goes all the way down to the deck itself, and the glass wraps into the hardtop, so you have nice protection from the wind. A nice lighting actually that I saw also that is integrated into the hardtop. Plus you have a glass at the top, so when you're cruising around at nighttime, you have a great view out. So you can only imagine how much coverage this provides you with. So this is now the deck part, the outdoor deck part. You can see it's flipped upside down. This is where the terraces would be now. It folds flush with the boat, and this would be the interior part of it. But you can see how they have nicely tried to push as much of the storage spaces into the hull itself to give you plenty of space to keep everything nicely stored at. So I love that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be actually where the doors now are on the side, so you can easily walk in. You would have, this is now, if you look it upside down, this would be the one step that you take towards the bow. So one step up, and this would be your bow lounge area now. Yeah, you have a seating area here, you have a table, etc. Everything is within hand's reach. And again, we're gonna put some renderings over here so you would see exactly how it would look like. This is now the Manari 52, and by the way, they already are doing the final design process for the Manari 42, and I heard that they are going to go even bigger because there's apparently enough demand for new brands to come out and put a new spin on what the design looks like. Plus, we are right now in Turkey, and this entire area is filled by big shipbuilders like Sirena Yachts, Numarine close by, and other super yacht builders. So Turkey might very well be the next upcoming place where everybody builds boats. This was a full, thorough, in-depth, behind-the-scenes look of a brand new Manari Yachts and to show you how they're being built and how they become alive. If you enjoyed the video, then hit the like button. If you want to see more videos just like this, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're looking to buy your perfect Manari yacht, then obviously you can find it on YachtWay.com. It is the most modern yacht listing platform in the entire world where brands like these are being found and sold at. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.